Hey, this is Cosmic Ninja here, your resident Marvel expert. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe so you can catch more of the action.
Buenos dias, everybody, and welcome to our podcast with the team Nerd Herd. My name is Hood Rat Comics, and we want to welcome a special guest with us. We have a very special guest. We got Kevin Fields from Frankie Comics. What's up, Kevin?
Hey, everybody. How are you guys?
All right. How are you doing?
We're good, man. We're good. We're glad to have you on.
Good. Thanks for inviting me. So I'm Kevin Fields from Frankie's Comics. My wife and I own and operate Frankie's Comics, and we're in a suburb of Raleigh, North Carolina. So hope you guys are doing good tonight.
Well, awesome, man. We're glad to have you on. So let's keep this rolling. Let's do roll call. I'm gonna pass the mic on to Cosmic Ninja. That is Nick, our in-house presser.
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm the guy who looks at the books and makes sure they look good. I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to JR over there.
I'm JR, your Star Wars and Marvel nerd. I'm going to pass it on to Big Rob.
How's it going, everybody? It's Big Rob, Rob's Nerd Haven on Instagram, and I'm your multifaceted nerd. Pass it on to Alonzo.
What's up, everybody? It's Alonzo Comics and Pops. Love comic books and love collecting pretty much everything. So I got some Funko Pops in the back, sports memorabilia running around, and that's me in a nutshell.
And thank you guys for being here and watching our show and showing up again for another week with us. And remember, hit that like and subscribe button. So let's get into our top picks for the week. And Kevin actually has a pick that he wants to talk to you guys about.
Okay, so my pick of the week is an easy one, Batman 92. We start off with the Joker Wars, and we get to really see Punchline, the new character, in action versus Harley Quinn. There is an Open to Order cover B by Archer, which is pretty cool. And there's also there's the 1 in 20. There's the Archer cover, and then we have a 1 in 25 ratio variant, design variant, featuring Punchline as well. So this was a big seller for me, and pre-orders from my customers. We're ordering 1,500 copies of Batman 92 between the two versions, which is a lot for me. I don't typically sell regular comics. We just kind of specialize in ratio or in store variants. So this was a big seller for Frankie's Comics. So we're going to be very busy next week.
Yeah.
I think the Joker Wars is going to be a pretty cool storyline in Batman, leading us up to Batman 100, which will be a big issue, obviously. Yep. And so we'll see if the Punchline mania continues.
Yeah, definitely stoked for this book coming out.
Yeah, for sure. So, Kevin, we've kind of had discussions on the show about Punchline. Do you think that she has some staying power?
If I had to guess, when they initially introduced the character or designed her, I would imagine they were just gonna kill her off or something.
Red Goblin.
But now that they're seeing that, now that DC is seeing the sales and the interest, I think she's here to stay. I mean, I could see her getting her own miniseries in the future. Information, but I mean, the Batman Who Laughs, I don't think he was supposed to survive, but obviously he caught fire. They're like, oh yeah, we're keeping him.
Yeah.
So have a storyline. Yeah. I could see her escaping or floating down the river or whatever at the end of the book, and we don't really know what happens to her. And we have a Punchline miniseries. But at the end of the day, my opinion is that you really have to have Harley and Joker together in some way. So Punchline is not going to, there's not going to be a threesome. It's So I think Punchline is going to end up on our way out. Harley's going to be back. But the other thing is there's rumors, I don't know if this is true, that Punchline is maybe gender neutral. I'm not sure if I have the correct terminology there. I don't want to offend anybody, but I there's some
heard that. Yeah.
rumors that's going on. So I don't know. Again, I don't have any inside information, but so this could be a very interesting story. And I've already read issue 92. It's really fast paced. It's really good.
Nice. Wow.
Cool.
There's a lot of violence in it. So, and I read
Awesome.
93 as well. So
93.
Damn.
yeah,
Man, you're way ahead of us.
yeah. So this is definitely a good. If you're a Batman fan, a Joker fan, and you haven't been reading Batman in a while, this is a good issue to jump in on. And you've got the cover A, which is $3.99, so it's it's going to be easy to find and inexpensive, and it's a good place to jump in and start reading Batman again. The creative team is really good on this. James Tynion is getting very popular, so I really would encourage folks to pick this up and read it. You don't have to know like all the backstory and everything. You can just kind of dive right into issue 92.
Yeah, you can't really go wrong with Tynion nowadays, right? Like it seems like every book he has is a really good read and a hit at the same time, right?
I mean, I think so. From a sales perspective, he's definitely selling books for us. So that's how I kind of gauge the popularity of it. So yeah, he's extremely popular. I got to meet him at C2E2 this year, and he's extremely nice. It's really cool.
He's kind of like hitting
Really
it from all sides, right? Like he's just not doing it for the big guys, but he's doing it for other publishers like Boom and a few others, right? Like he's just kind of spreading the love.
Yeah, for now. We'll see if DC makes him exclusive, right? Because you're going to get the other publishers sniffing around. So, it wouldn't surprise me at all if we see him sign an exclusive agreement in the future with DC. But we'll see.
And it is the year of the Joker, and I know Rob has his pick of the week, which is Joker and the 80th anniversary books.
Yeah, this is pretty much Batman 92's 1A, and this is 1B, I think, because this is the origin of Punchline. Well, that's what I was told, and it's just I love to know what's this character's background, what's the motivation, why is she psychotic, what's going on with their. It should be an interesting story. It's 100 pages. Is it $9.99? I think on this one.
Yeah, I think it's about $10.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's $9.99 cover price. Yes, sir.
So, yeah, definitely stoked to find out what's her background story. Plus, the covers are killer on this book, man. You can't really go wrong with any of the covers. I personally got 3 covers. I got the Midtown, the regular one, not the fire one, but the trade dress. I don't know, the fire one's cool, but I just felt the trade dress just a little. I'm more attracted to that one personally. I also got the Jim Lee. I thought it was really dope with the Joker and the whole Rogues Gallery behind him. This is the Midtown right here. That's the C cover for Midtown.
And there's the fire.
Yeah, that's the B cover. You didn't get a picture on the thing on the trade dress one, but I got the trade dress one. But there's also the Jim Lee, which I got.
This is a Beetlejuice kind of thing, right, going on here? Right?
Yeah. I think that's a store exclusive too. I'm not sure which store, but I think that's a store exclusive.
It is. That's Comics Elite did that one with Ryan Brown.
It's interesting. It's an interesting depiction of the Joker. Yeah, very Beetlejuice-like, actually. So
It's like The Simpsons or, I don't know, Stranger Things.
Ooh,
Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which definitely shows you how crazy he is there. But so yes, that's the 10 coverage cover, and also
I love that cover.
Yeah,
I
I
like this
also got
cover a lot.
I got the blank, the blank variant.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was interesting because it has kind of a paint splatter to it. It's like kind of a rainbow, kind of very I don't know, I guess Easter colors because it's Joker, so it's like a light green, light reds, and yellows and stuff.
Is that the blank?
Yeah, that's the blank.
Ooh. Do you have any
Yeah.
ideas on who you want to get to sketch on that?
Yeah, I don't want to be too. I don't know. It's too obvious with punchline, but I gotta think about it. And maybe just straight out just Joker on it. That's the
Let's get a
fourth
big Joker fish.
Joker.
And there's a
Well,
Jim
the-
Lee's.
Yeah, there's the Jim Lee.
Nice.
I
Can't
think
go wrong.
I think I ordered Jim Lee and the Sinkovich one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Jim Lee's dope. His art is just crazy.
you got it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should. And as for spec wise, this book should definitely, because it's the origin of punchline, so that should definitely and get people motivated to pick this book up. So yeah, the pick of the litter with the covers on this one.
I think we all ordered it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah,
a good
didn't-
story.
Yeah. It's a big Batman week. There's so many Batman titles, and this is just one of them.
I think I ordered the Delato cover. I don't know which cover that is, but that's the one I went after.
As always, you just pick what you like.
All right.
And moving on to Alonzo with his pick of the week.
All right, so my pick of the week happens to do with Batman the Animated Series. Love that show growing up. It's phenomenal, fantastic. I don't know what other words to describe, but this is a kind of a continuation. It's kind of what happened to Jason Todd, because if you've watched the series, it goes from Dick Grayson all the way to Tim Drake. So there's no like Jason Todd. So it's kind of like what happened to that Robin. So this particular series, they're going to explain that. They're going to let you guys know what happened to Jason Todd, Red Hood, stuff like that in this particular series. And what's great about it is that Paul Dini's writing, and Paul Dini was the writer for the Batman the Animated Series. So this is going to be my pick or my spec of the week, not only just for people that are just casual fans, but also for people that are gonna keep it. And there was also a Frankie's exclusive for this that sold out immediately, and it's a Peach Momoko variant. And there's a trade dress as well as a virgin or minimal trade dress. And again, it's a Frankie's exclusive, which sold out, I think, in like seconds. I mean, it was nuts. So I'm very grateful that I was able to pick one up, and hopefully you were able to too. But again, it's a Peach Momoko because she's on fire, and it's a great book to have.
And then we have this cover. Where's this cover from, you guys?
It's a store exclusive as well.
I think is this.
KRS Comics,
Yeah, KRS.
Lauren Lau.
Yeah, it's a good looking.
Yeah.
It's a good looking book, and I think they had three
there's two.
covers for this one as well.
Yeah, there's two.
And I think one of the ones is it's a current one. And then this one right here, that's Chris C. Zulo.
Mm-hmm.
And this one was
I
the
kind of like
comic,
this one, right?
comic mint.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like Chris C. Zulo, so this one's a good one. It was nice. Hopefully you guys order. I think Comic Mint also has some available as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these cell phone covers are kind of catching on, right? I mean,
That is true. That is
A
true.
little bit.
yeah. It's Peach's fault, I think. You know, so. And then we got this one, right? This Bat Bits kind of a
Serial one.
serial one. Pretty cool. All right, so that moves on to another one that Alonzo picked.
So this one is my personal pick only because I really enjoyed the series Faithless when it came out. I mean, it was totally different. I'm not into horror, but I really dig this book. It's like horror erotica. The artwork, the story. It's a fun read. It's really good. It's Brian Azzarello, and also I want to say her name is Maria Lovett, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And they're reunited again to do this continuation of the story. So again, you have Faith. She's learning about all of her current powers that she has. And now I believe she's going to Europe, and she's going to have to deal with all of that overseas. It's great. I mean, I picked up, or I have in my LCS. I already reserved all the copies that they have, which is A and B, as well as the not for kids or not safe for work version. And I also ordered the Mirka Adolfo variant as well. So I got those coming in. But yeah, I mean, it's a great story. it's the artwork is great, and it's a good read. So I would definitely pick this up. And again, it's a favorite of mine. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Alonso. I read the first volume. It's pretty dope. It's a pretty interesting story. I did order the adult cover for the first issue of this volume too.
I can't wait for this to come out next week.
So it moves on to me with my pick of the week, and I picked Rodney Barnes' Philadelphia. I've been reading this one from the start, and it's one of my favorite books, my favorite runs of the year. It's just a really great read. I don't want to give away too much, because if I give away too much, it's going to take a lot away from the new readers. But the way my synopsis of this book is a man kind of that wants to redeem his name in the history books, and a father that wants to redeem himself in the eyes of his son. But it is, I'll give away a little bit. It is a vampire book, and I really just enjoy the art of it, and I really enjoy the writing. Rodney Barnes also wrote, a couple other books I like Lando, Double or Nothing, Secret Empire, and Take Flight of Falcon series. Give this one a chance, and there's a pretty good covers for it. We have a cover by Jay Lee also that comes with this book.
Oh, that's sick.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Wait. Alonzo, what was that? Because aren't you all usually
that's sick. I love it.
anti-Jay Lee?
just a little bit, but he killed this one. He killed this cover.
Yeah, this is. You know how things go. Everybody picks up the first maybe 2 issues, and a lot of the last issues in the runs, which is number 6 is going to be is going to kind of fulfill the arc of what's going on. But there have been some really awesome covers, and to me it's just a really great book. It's really urban, and a really good feel, but it's a really great story at the same time. And my top picks for another top pick that I have cover-wise is Excellence. I haven't really started reading this book, but when I saw this cover, it was a cover that kind of brought me back to the 90s when I was a kid and everything was okay, and we were dealing with COVID and everything else. This cover homage is for Juice, and the person up front should have been Tupac. I really think that this is a book and a cover that's kind of a diamond in the rough this week. I haven't really heard much about it. Just a quick synopsis. I read the synopsis of this book, and it's pretty cool. It says Spencer Dell was born into a world of magic. His father belongs to the Aggies, a secret society of black magicians ordered by their unseen masters to better the lives of others and those with greater potential, but never themselves. Now it's time for Spencer to follow in his father's footsteps, but all he sees is a broken system in need of someone with the wand and will to change it. Sounds like a pretty good book. I'm kind of into mysticism kind of stories right now, and I think this will fit right in my collection. But obviously I picked it for this cover, and there is a cover B that's pretty awesome too. And I think this, I thought this was homage, but after reading the synopsis, it's kind of, I think, has to do with the story. I'll be picking up both covers, and don't sleep on these hip hop homages. There's been some great homages over on Bitter Root that have taken flight, especially the Spike Lee Do the Right Thing homage. I think it was in number 6. So don't miss that. These hip hop homages mean a lot to a lot of us old guys who grew up in this city, and we're all gonna snatch them up. So like I said, don't let this one slip. It's a diamond in the rough. So moving on, we're gonna talk with JR and his pick of the week, Fell.
So my pick is actually an older book. This is Fell. It's written by Warren Ellis, drawn by Temple Smith. And what was great about this book is this book at the time came out was like $2 a book. It was a nod back to the old school, the 6 panels a page. It was $2 when everything else was $3. And it's basically this town where just weird crap happens. And this guy's a detective, and he lives in this town. He's just trying to figure out these little mysteries. One of the mysteries is he goes to his house and this kid is always sick. There's no reason, there's no rhyme. They can't figure it out. There's not drugs. They've ruled out a bunch of stuff. I'm not going to give it away what it was, but by the end of it, you find out what it was, and you kind of go through the whole thing, and you're just like, wow, that is just messed up. I love Warren Ellis. He's one of my favorite writers. He's also the guy that's doing Castlevania, writing the scripts for Castlevania on Netflix. And I'll bring up other books that he does, but this is a great book. It's, I want to say maybe 2-3 volumes on Image Comics. You can probably find it at $10 a pop. It's not an expensive book. It's a great read if you just want something to fall into. You know, it's not a big commitment. The series is done. It'll never come back. But it's just a good read, just in general.
Cool.
Cool. And moving on to our last pick of the week with our back bin master of deals. That is Nick.
Yeah, so once again, I'm going to reference Ultimate Fallout 4. When Ultimate Fallout 4 9.8s are going nuts, right? This is a book that's getting forgotten. This is a book right now that can be had on eBay for around $250. I've seen some sales on a 9.8 for $200. I'm even looking on Watch Count and seen some sales in the past for $160, somewhere around that. I think if you can get this book for $200, that is a great deal. There are 350 on the census and 9.8 on Blue Label. Compare that to 1900 Ultimate Fallouts. I think Shuri has a lot of room to grow in the MCU. I think if you look at the actress who plays her, that this is, a character that they're going to keep around for a long time. And, if you're looking to spend some of that stimulus money, I would throw some of that into this book if you could find a good deal for around $200. Also,
Nick, just for the uneducated.
Yeah.
So what's so important about this book?
So this is for Shuri. This is Black Panther's sister. This is the actress who stole the show in Black Panther. She is the smartest character in the MCU. Kevin Feige said that is official. And I don't know, if you know this, but she at one time becomes Black Panther. So there is an out if Chadwick Boseman ever wants to just leave the role and she becomes Black Panther. This book will light it on fire, guys. So this is a book to definitely pick up. You could probably find it in dollar bins somewhere. If you got guys who aren't paying attention in their shop.
Evan, do you have them in dollar bins at your store?
Well, we don't have a brick and mortar store yet, but I have been on the hunt and found this in dollar bins. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
And if you can find this in dollar bins, great. If you can get it raw for $20, even better. They're usually going for around $40. But I'm just going to buy it in the CGC 9.8 next time I see one around $200 if the viewers don't catch it first.
I've learned my lesson from Alonzo to pick up high grade books, and I found this on eBay at a 9.6 for $80, and I was taking it because it wasn't. I talked to the guy and he doesn't know if it's pressed or not. It doesn't look like it's pressed. Me and Nick took a look at it, and I think I'm going to have Nick bust that open and press it. And turn that thing into a 9.8, baby.
It doesn't hurt to try. I mean, Nick's got a couple of my books right now that I've seen pictures on, and they're looking pretty damn good on them.
Yeah.
And one of them I think has some huge potential at 9.01.
Oh yeah, the Master of Kung Fu. But there also aren't. Correct me if I'm wrong. There are newsstand editions of this book, this Black Panther #2 out there. I think there's newsstand editions out there as well, and I think that is much rarer. So if you can get lucky and find a newsstand edition, pick that bad boy up. I don't have one. I probably won't have one. Yeah. It's right there in the UPC box, and I can't reiterate enough, guys, like how much this character is going to be used, like, and how much we forgot how big Black Panther was of a movie. You know, it's been a few years, and it's going to be a few more years until Black Panther 2, but I wouldn't be surprised if that is another huge blockbuster movie, and she once again takes a huge role.
And she'll probably end up in that A-Force movie that they're rumored to make too.
If she does, she would be as Black Panther.
All right, let me check eBay right now. Convince me, man.